Welcome back. Here is your host, Dan Ruzicka.
Hello, I'm back again with Mike Schaaf of Phoenix Endeavor, and we wanted to talk about our trivia question, Mike. As we went out, our trivia question was, what is the second biggest mistake that you see people in foreclosure making today?
Well, that's an easy one, Dan. The second biggest mistake is dealing with an amateur investor or inexperienced investor that really doesn't know what he's doing with the foreclosure.
Okay. Now, what happens if somebody gets involved with an amateur investor, a hobby investor, a part-time investor? What kind of problems can they run into?
Well, you can run into all kinds of problems. The main problem is that you eat up your whole timeline. These people are huge time wasters. A lot of these amateur investors maybe just saw a seminar last night on late night TV, and now today they purport to be a foreclosure expert. You can get involved with these people and they simply waste your time.
You told me earlier that one of the problems is that you're kind of leaving your whole financial future, your whole credit future, into somebody who's maybe never ever done this before at all. Is that possible? Is that true?
That's absolutely correct. If you think about it, the largest investment that you make in your life is your home. And where your home gets in foreclosure, this is a problem that you want an expert. You don't want an amateur that probably doesn't have an office. Maybe this is the first foreclosure he's ever looked at. This is the time really to turn to the experts.
Okay. And let me ask you this. What kind of questions should the person in foreclosure be asking an investor, a potential person to buy it? What kind of things should they know before they even decide to do business with this person?
Well, that's real easy. The first question you can ask them is, do you have an office? A lot of these amateurs work out of a spare bedroom or the garage or the basement. We invite our clients to come down to our office to meet our staff. Our office is in the Channing Way Center on Bryce Road. Certainly come. You can see us. We're visible. The second question that you can ask one of these amateur investors is, how many short sales, how many foreclosures have you handled in the last 30 days? You're probably going to get an answer of 0 or 1 or 2. You really need to deal with someone who has more experience. And then, of course, you can ask the 3 big questions is, how much cash are you going to give me when you buy my home? What moving company are you going to use when you move me? And 3, what credit repair agency are you going to put me in? Because the amateur investor is not going to put you in any of those programs.
Excellent. I noticed on your website also, myfinancialsurvival.com, you have a list of questions that you should be asking a possible investor, a realtor, the bank, all those things, so they can kind of, on your website, get a clarity of what they should be looking for and looking out for. Isn't that true?
Absolutely, yeah. You can go to our website, myfinancialsurvival.com, and you'll have a whole series of questions. It's a great resource for anyone that's first faced with foreclosure.
Yeah, it's tremendous. Now I want to get to the question that everybody's been asking about, everybody's wondering about, and it's short sale. What is it, and who qualifies for a short sale? I know that's what you do primarily. I know you're nationally recognized for that. So can you tell us about that? Tell us about the short sale.
The short sale, Dan, actually we are the experts at short sales. That's all we do. And it's fairly simple. What it is we purchase your home, and then we negotiate with your lender for a payoff of the mortgage balance that is something less than what you owe. It enables you to sell your house at a fair market value, even though you can't make the mortgage the total payoff.
Okay, so I might be thinking that I owe more on my house than it's worth. It's impossible to sell. There's no hope. But really, this creates a possibility of the short sale that you've mastered, really nationally, allows that to happen, makes a deal that couldn't happen possible because of your expertise.
That's exactly correct.
Okay, all right. And now you actually, which is very rare, I understand, went out and hired an actual bank loss mitigator that handles the other side, the bank side of the transaction. You kind of went around the other side and have somebody on your staff that knows the complete other side of working with the banks and making that short sale work out. How's that working for you?
Oh, that's working out great, Dan. Everybody at our office is an expert at their field. You have to understand that when you're dealing with a bank in foreclosure, when you're in foreclosure, the department within that bank that you're dealing with is called the loss mitigation department.
Okay.
And the person on the other end of the phone is a loss mitigator. So what I did is I went out and I interviewed loss mitigators all over the country. And I actually found the manager of a loss mitigation department in one of the major lending institutions here. and I hired them away from that lending institution. So our chief bank negotiator is a former loss mitigator and understands what's going on the other side of the table. It's a huge advantage.
I would say so. You got the other side mastered. But let me ask you this. As far as government programs, are there some special government programs that we talked about? There's some little-known programs that most investors don't know about that you're very familiar about. Is there any way that you can help people with those?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, if your mortgage is an FHA-backed mortgage, then FHA has a program that they call the pre-foreclosure sale procedure. And when you're accepted into that program, it allows you to sell your house at a price that's less than what you owe on your mortgage loan. In certain areas of the country, like Central Ohio, where housing prices are depressed, this is a great way to get rid of your house, to be able to sell it at a lower value. And it also prevents a foreclosure from being on your credit record.
And most investors don't even know about this.
Most investors, and certainly most people that are in foreclosure, don't know about it.
Yeah.
We have all the government forms down at our office. We can help you get enrolled in that program, and we do those every day.
Yeah, I noticed some of your customers really on your website said there's a very, very simple process. I mean, they were amazed at how easy and how simple that process went once they got involved with you. And that leads me to my next question. Why is it that you built a website? It's full of resources, it's full of information. It's kind of calming and soothing, really, for some of the people that are involved in this. What was your purpose in that?
That's why I built the website, Dan, is so that there would be a resource so that people could go in there, get some valid information so that they could make a confident, intelligent decision about their foreclosure process. I did it mainly so that the people could avoid the mistakes that I made.
Okay. And real quick, what are the resources that are on there? What kind of things?
Oh, it's a tremendous resource. We've got a whole consumer guide on there. You can click on one link and it will show you the 5 biggest misconceptions that people perceive in foreclosure. There's another one, the 7 biggest mistakes that you make. One of the best resources in our website is if you become our client, if we buy your house, we issue you a username and password that lets you into a private area of our website. You can click on your name and a calendar will come up. It's literally a log that everything that's happening, every time we talk to the loss mitigator, everything we do with your case will be logged in, and you can follow it on a day-to-day basis, the progress that we're making. No one else in the country has that.
Yeah, you know what's fascinating is you told me that on there, you even show on that website if the grass got cut up.
Oh, everything. If we put a sign in the yard, the grass got cut, anything, it's going to be logged in on the website.
Oh, that's great. If you're in foreclosure or think you might need to sell your home quickly, Mike has agreed to talk with you confidentially about your specific situation at no cost to you, either by phone or by email. You can call him personally at the number below or email him from his website, myfinancialsurvival.com.